Hello Aries, welcome to Aries Moon Arcana. I will be doing a general tarot reading for your sign for Mercury entering Cancer on the 28th of May. For me, that's today. I like to do day of, you know what I'm saying? If this message doesn't resonate with you and doesn't connect with you, check your moon and rising signs. That's always a good piece of advice, I think, for all tarot readings because, you know, it's general. So, basically, Mercury is the sign of mentality. It's the sign that rules over our mind, how we use our mind, our intellect, our interest in learning, just sort of how we speak, what our style of speaking is like. It follows very closely to the sun, so typically if you have an Aries sun, you are very likely to have an Aries Mercury as well, or the two signs surrounding it. So that would be Mercury in Pisces or Mercury in Gemini. Taurus. Duh. So your Mercury is always going to be within those three signs. So either whichever one you have, you may also want to check out that reading as well. That might be a little bit more of a pinpoint for you. So I pulled a card, like an oracle card, to kind of get an idea of what we're going to be seeing for you. Cancer's the sign of kind of like intuitive knowledge, really understanding emotions, being soft with them, gentle with them, something you're not really that used to, perhaps, as an Aries. So it might give you the opportunity to kind of soften a little bit, maybe not be so sharp with your words. The way that you're thinking might kind of open up a little bit. You might be able to get in touch with your emotions a little bit more. It's just kind of the general thing for all signs when this is the transit that's happening. So I pulled the Five of Pentacles reversed for your oracle card. And what I'm getting here is that there are some healing words kind of on their way to you. So either you're going to be given some healing words, or you're going to come up with them on your own and want to communicate them. Something that gives you more of like an emotional sanctuary. This is the card of like healing abandonment issues, poverty issues, anything that kind of makes you feel left out in the cold. When it's reversed, this card means healing all of that stuff. So with Mercury entering Cancer as a general whole, I can see you kind of maybe there's some sort of healing that's coming up with this for you, which I think is always fabulous. So I'm going to take you right down to my little area. Hello, welcome back. And we're going to get right into it. So let us cleanse the cards. I always like to do a good saging, clear the energy, make sure it's all about you, Aries, your favorite. All right, let's cleanse the cards for Aries. We want to know how the Mercury entering Cancer transit is going to be affecting them. I'm seeing some emotional sanctuary here, or words that come to you that give you that sense of sanctuary, or perhaps finding the importance to give that to yourself. So let's just see what the cards have to say, shall we? All right, Aries, what is the deal? What is your deal here? We got some healing energy coming up, healing words. So let's see how that translates. Let's see what we're working with. And this energy, typically a transit, you know, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be about a month or 2 months. So you know, this energy, I'd suggest coming back and watching this again in a month, just to see if it makes more sense. If it doesn't make any sense at all, then, you know, maybe check your other signs. But it's always good to kind of come back to it and see if it started to make more sense after things have occurred. Okay. So let's see here. We have the Knight of Swords, which I always associate with Aries. The Nine of Wands, the Five of Cups, and then the Eight of Wands. So the story is coming together already. I mean, I think this is telling me sort of why you're coming to this conclusion, where maybe words need to be, I'm just gonna not burn my plant to death. How about that, huh? I'm seeing the story as to why you need to come to this conclusion about using words in a more healing way. Brashness and impulsiveness. This is exactly what I was saying for the last reading. So if you want to maybe go backtrack, if this is the first time you're seeing me, and you want to get a little bit more insight, go watch your tongue reading, because I think that really, really ties in here. Something impulsive, you being impulsive or quick-minded or sharp with your tongue, not really thinking about the consequences here. Something happened here where I think maybe you want to reconcile with somebody or apologize, because I'm seeing your rashness and your stubbornness and inability to apologize for that rashness, and just holding your own and standing kind of still with yourself instead of kind of opening up and saying that you're sorry is leaving you feeling very empty. 5 of Cups. You're feeling kind of like emotionally bummed out. You're only looking at the bad, and there's some good right back here that you're ignoring. And I think that this is the card that kicks things into gear for you. This is where you start, like, this sadness that you don't want to live in. This is what starts some action. So we're going to see some action. 8 of Wands is like, go, action, but not impulsive and brash action like we see here. You're going to try to rectify things and make things right. Or perhaps this is happening to you. Perhaps somebody was, for cross-watchers, maybe, whatever, however you want to look at it, somebody perhaps spoke to you without thinking and hurt your feelings. But they're realizing how much that hurts them. I always say hurt people hurt people. It's a saying for a reason. Whomever was the one that perpetrated here is the one that's feeling low and sad. I mean, I think both parties are feeling low and sad because of it, but it's really affecting the perpetrator here. And I think it's making them want to snap into action. And that's what I think is making us want to kind of heal and make things better. You want to give someone the emotional sanctuary that they haven't felt with you, or you want to feel that way with someone else. So that's what I'm seeing as our little storyline basic. And now we're going to clarify each of these little cards, get more of a story here. So we've got the Knight of Swords. This is such Aries energy to me. I know that it's not a Wands card, and Wands are typically associated with, the fire signs, but I just feel it's got such an Aries energy to me. Just rushing in, rushing in quick, not really thinking about it. Impulsive, brash, just, using words and not giving a shit about how they affect other people, or just really not considering it. You're just kind of, it's like calamitous a little bit. So there was some sort of situation here where someone experienced that sort of calamity, and I have a feeling, Aries, that it was you. So let's see this. And this could be with a person, this could be with anybody that you're having this problem with, maybe a collective, maybe many people. Because like I said in the last reading for you, the Watch Your Tongue reading, the way that you talk to people it's become an issue, and you're really realizing that it's time to maybe try a new approach, because you don't want to feel this ouch, I can't believe I said that, or I just didn't even think, and now it's hurt someone, and it's put us in a shitty place. Could be a child, could be a parent, could be a lover, could be, you know what I mean? It could be anybody that you're talking to like this. Strength card, Magician card, and Temperance. Holy Lord. I think you have a deep connection to this brash energy. You think it makes you really strong, but the truth is that you want to move away from this energy because this is a lot of integrity. A lot of integrity and a lot of manifesting better things, manifesting balance. I think that you're already there in terms of you've experienced this sadness and you want to move away from it. The wands are facing away from the reading. The Knight of Swords is facing away from the reading. You know what I mean? You're ready to move out of this pattern or this sort of thing that you do because you want to be a more, you want to have more integrity in the way that you treat people and talk to people and yourself. You want to be able to manifest all the things that you want, and the more you're mistreating people or using a sharp tongue and not really thinking before you speak, the harder that becomes. And you want some balance here. And you can't really have balance if you're too aggressive. So I think that that's why this is feeling so intense, is because you really want to move out of that and you want to move into these feelings. These and 3 major arcanas right off the bat. That's pretty heavy shit. I think you really want to make this change. And I think that you're really supported by the universe to make this change. I think it's very possible. Very possible. So this so far so good, right? Absolutely. 9 of Wands. I think I see it as kind of being stubborn, and that's part of it. That's like part of the brashness and the way that people kind of perceive you as maybe being an asshole. I think that's part of it. I also, though, see you kind of sticking to your guns in terms of wanting to change it. So I see you being very stubborn and not giving up on trying to change this way that you do things with this Nine of Wands here, because he's holding his own. You know, he's defending himself. He's standing strong with what he wants. He's not backing down. So I see you not backing down when you hurt someone and just like argue with them about it. And I also see you not backing down when you want to change it and fix it. So I think that that's very Aries, is to be very like not giving up, very intense, very much wanting things to like be improved. And so I think that you're not going to give up, whatever it is. You're not going to like walk away from a situation just because you said something wrong because you're too embarrassed to make it right. I think you're going to stick around and you're going to make it right and you're going to be serious about it. And you're going to really want to improve the way that things go. Two of Wands, the Tower reversed, and the Five of Wands reversed. Yeah, you're looking for a new outlook. You're looking for a new identity, like just way of looking at things. You're looking for a new way of doing it, and you really want it. You're not really fighting against it so much. I know the Tower reversed usually means holding off some sort of change. I don't really feel that way in this context. I think that you're done, or you're done fighting. And you also maybe use your fighting, you're kind of playful and bantery, and I think that maybe that's what happened here, is that it came off like really shitty and you really hurt somebody's feelings, because Mercury in Cancer is very sensitive. That's just the way that it goes. They do tend to take things very personally, Cancers, so it's possible that you hurt somebody's feelings without meaning to, because you were just being playful and they took it too far, too seriously, and it's really made you think like, you know, what if I used my humor for good? What if I like all the jokes that I made were more about how wonderful my partner is, for example, rather than how shitty they are? I think that would improve things. But you really do want to change this. You're looking out to like the new ideas, the new path, the new way of seeing things. And the Tower reversed is just renegotiating how you see things, how you feel about things, your whole ego. Like, it's a part of you. It's a deep part of you to argue and fight. You know what I mean? I think you're sticking around. You might be thinking about the possibility of maybe ghosting this person or not talking to them for a while, because I think that you might be like, I'm just like a playful person, and if you can't handle that, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't want to not be playful in a relationship or in a friendship. I want to be able to play. And the person, you know, maybe they were just feeling butthurt or something like that, and you're kind of like, yeah, whatever. But I think that's the moment where when someone gets butthurt, you kind of dig in and go after them. And you're like, why are you being so fucking sensitive? You know what I mean? Like that kind of attitude where it turns from playful to destructive really quick because you don't take that part of it seriously. So that's probably what you're looking at here, is to just in that moment realize that you need to stick to your guns in a sense where you need to make the change for yourself. So in those moments where someone's like, that really hurt my feelings, instead of being like, you're a fucking baby, maybe you should say things like, I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings. I was just playing around. I didn't mean to do that. I love you. You know I would never do that on purpose. I get your feelings kind of sensitive today. It's all good. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'll give you some space if you need it. That kind of thing. Just like a healthier way of letting people feel their feelings, not telling them how they feel, and also like just making things feel more comfortable and more like healed up, because it sucks to just have like a bunch of little fights still open-ended and nobody's reconciled any of them. And I think you're gonna tie those loose ends up in this Mercury and Cancer time, because you want to make things better and you don't want to be such an antagonistic dick, do you? Sometimes you do, but not with certain people. You got to be more sensitive to certain people, especially water signs at this time, Mercury and Cancer time. They're going to just be extra sensitive, extra intuitive. They're going to be reading into their feelings maybe a little too much. Just be nice. Apologize if you hurt someone. But I think you are working on that. I think you have been working on it. I think it's still happening. I don't think you've like mastered it just yet, but you're working on it. Excuse me. Green tea break. Oh yeah. Okay, 5 of Cups. This isn't fun, is it? You hurt your girlfriend or boyfriend's feelings. Now they're kind of moody. They feel like shit. All you said was, oh, don't be a baby, and then walked away. And now everybody's miserable. Nobody's having sex. Nobody's having fun. Nobody likes that because you're being too stubborn. But you got to get stubborn in a different way. You got to like really make the change. Be stubborn about making the change because everybody's feeling kind of bummed at this point in the story. Don't be a dick. And if you have been a dick, it's time to heal. It's time to bring that healing in. I think the next step here, the sadness brings you to that moment of wanting to make the changes. So we'll just see how the cards feel. Page of Wands reversed. 3 of Swords reversed. Knight of Pentacles. Don't use money to try to smooth this over. Don't do it. It's not a good idea. It's not going to work. What you can do is offer reconciliation, but don't use it. Don't do it in a. Don't be stupid. Don't be shallow about it. Be deep about it. If you've really hurt somebody's feelings, it's important to look them straight in the eye, tell them that you love them and that you're sorry. Don't pull any other shallow shit at all. Just don't do it. This is a new. I know that you don't know. I'm telling you this because I don't think you know that on your own, and I don't want to make you. I don't want to tell you that I think that you're shallow because I do not think that at all. I'm just saying this is new for you. This new way of exerting yourself and apologizing and making things right and healing the heartache and the pain that your words cause. I think that because this is a process and you're very new at it and you're not really sure where to start, I would just suggest don't start by offering money or if your love language is gift giver, just try to hold off and look at the other person and figure out what their love language is. Is it quality time? Is it gifts? If it's gifts, I don't see a problem with it, but is it actually? Is it gift giving? Is it acts of service? Is it words of affirmation or physical touch? Or all of them or some of them? I think everybody has all of them to an extent. But figure out this person's actual love language, the one that's the highest, that they need the most, and offer them that. So if they're a big quality time person, take the day off of work. Set the whole day aside just to spend with them. That's how you're going to make it right. If they're a physical touch person, go up to them and just hug them, cuddle them all night, hug them all day. Just, kiss them, touch them, tell them that you love them. Words of affirmation, tell them how beautiful they are or how important they are to you. Really focus on your person's love language and then operate from that point instead of your own love language. It might feel awkward, but you're new at this. It's okay. You got to learn and study and figure it out because you want the heartache to go away. You don't want to break up. You don't want to go anywhere. You don't want the person to go anywhere. Nobody's going anywhere here. It's more like you're both sticking around, so how can you make it more pleasant for both of you? So yeah, I'm seeing offering them something. You are offering something to get away from the pain, but you're learning how to do it. So I'm just suggesting to you, focus on their love language. Be really clear about what they need and what they want in a relationship and then give that to them. Don't just say, I'm taking you out to dinner to make this right. Because what's going to happen if you do that is that if it doesn't work, some people think some people's love language is going out to eat. I happen to be one of them. But I'm just saying as an example, if you take that person out to eat and it's not their love language and that's not what's going to show them that you're working on this and want to be better to them, you're going to get frustrated and passive aggressive and an asshole. And you might turn back into Knight of Swords attack mode, asshole mode. You know what I mean? You might get like that because you're like, I'm trying so hard here. I'm going out of my comfort zone and I'm doing this thing and I'm trying to do it and you're not giving me what I expected. How has this not made it right? You cannot. That's going to make it way worse. Do not do that because then you're always going to stay stuck in this 5 of Cups energy. You have to figure out what they need. Look at the relationship. Look at them as a whole. Look at them without you involved. Take your ego out of it. That's what you're working on with this Tower reversed. Take your ego out of it. What do they need? On their own, in their own right, as an individual, as a person, all the years that you've known them or months that you've known them or even days, what have you picked up on about them? What do they love? What makes them smile? What makes them happy? find out what it is and offer that to them. Offer the one that they'll really respond to, because that's helpful. And I think that's where the action comes into play, is because now it's time to get right. Now it's time to do the healing, because you don't want the sadness anymore. You don't want to make another person feel sad. You want to make it right. So I see some action on your part here to get to the healing part, to the emotional sanctuary. You want to feel, especially if you're dating a water sign, like I said, or if it's a family member, somebody that you live with that is also a water sign. Water signs are going to be super affected by Mercury and Cancer. All they want is just comfortable, happy, nice, calm life and love. They want to feel loved and gentle. They want people to intuit what they need. That's what they want. And this is you bringing that to them. Emotional sanctuary, feeling safe and secure in the relationship or the friendship or whatever it is. Give them something that makes them feel secure, because you just made them feel insecure, because I think that if somebody talks shit to me or acts like this, says something mean or like jokey, I know they're joking, but like they say it in a really mean way that like it like seems like they don't care about my feelings. I'm going to rethink if this is the right relationship for me, because that seems like a shitty thing to do. So, that's what you want to kind of avoid. You don't want people to be like rethinking everything just because you don't know how to watch your tongue, right? So it's time for you to take some action here. So we're going to get some clarity for Aries. 7 of Cups reversed, the Lovers, 2 of Cups reversed. I mean, yeah, you hurt somebody's feelings and you made them feel confused. Maybe they are rethinking it. Maybe they are rethinking if this is the right call. For you, it is. You want to be with them. I do think this is a relationship, like a romantic relationship, because, the Lovers and then the 2 of Cups reversed. It's pretty relationship-y. This person's feeling disconnected. This person's feeling confused. This is at the core of it, though. You do have a super strong connection to this person. The love is there. It's definitely there. But when you go through this cycle, when you start this bullshit, when you start on your bullshit, you make this person feel like this might be a bad idea. You make them feel disconnected from you, and you take away their ability to kind of open up and love you. You're messing with the intimacy. That's how important this shit is. You're messing with the deep intimacy that people should be deepening in a relationship. You're not allowing it to happen. And I feel like whoever you're with really, really understands intimacy and is comfortable with it and wants it. And I think you might be the one that's a little like, but I think that you ultimately, deep down, you do want it with this person. But you're taking action because you don't want to make this person feel disconnected anymore. Disconnection is the fucking worst thing you can do to a relationship. It just builds and builds over time and then just turns into a horrible breakup or divorce or whatever. Offer to this person something that they will love, because that's what's going to help kind of rectify this disconnection that they're feeling. Like I said, you're not breaking up right now. Nobody's going anywhere. They may be thinking about if it's a great idea to stay with someone who like picks on them. They may be thinking about it, but they're not going to make any decisions. Nothing's going to happen. It's just that you need to make it right and show them that you're really in this thing and that you can really develop intimacy with them. And what that takes is like putting your ego aside. Tower reversed. Put your ego aside. Offer them what they need. Knight of Pentacles. Offer them the resources or the dinner if that's what they need. The kissing if that's what they need. Offer them what they need, because the disconnection is it's almost like the disconnection is skin deep. It's not deep down on the inside. The disconnection isn't like in your souls. it's really just a kind of like, you know, it's a surface level disconnection. It's like, you hurt my goddamn feelings. We're disconnected now because of it. Make it right, please, or we're going to stay disconnected. Because there's only so many times they can let it go. They can't really let it go that much, you know? They have to start standing up for themselves. And you want them to do that. You want a strong partner. You want somebody who's, you know, who's strong like you, who's got all these qualities that you have when you're doing the right things. You want somebody that matches you on this manifestation power and this integrity and the balance and just having all the gifts of the universe like at your beck and call. You want a partner that's like that too. They're never gonna get that way if you keep harping on stuff or keep making them feel down. It's not gonna happen. They're gonna start to believe you eventually, if it's been going on long enough. That's just how that goes. So yeah, I'd say make the apology real, make it important to them, speak their language, and then really do the work here. Really hold your guns, stick to your guns about being a better partner and changing this ego problem that you have. What is it that makes you turn into a prick? Check it out, look into it, find out what it is. So let's get some outcome cards, or maybe if we missed some messages, what else do the cards have to say to us? For Aries, for Mercury entering Cancer on May 28th. What is going on? Do we need to know anything else? Do we have some outcomes here? Let's just see what they say. Excuse me. We've got the Three of Wands reversed, the Fool reversed, and the Strength card's back. So yeah, you're not going anywhere, like I said. Three of Wands reversed. You're staying still. You're staying put, I should say, in the relationship. You're in the plan. You're in like the figuring out phase. Like that's the same energy I get from the Page of Wands reversed. You're in the like beginning stages of working this out, and you really hope that person can stick around while you work on it, because it's really like, it's a scary leap of faith for you. It's scaring you, I think, to like test your ego and make sure that it's okay. But ultimately, it's for the greater good. I mean, it's the Strength card. The Strength card was like the first clarifier card that we got and into the last card that we got. So, I mean, ultimately, you will have more self-confidence and more integrity if you can. It's almost like learning how to gain confidence from building people up rather than tearing them down. Maybe that's what you're working on at this time, and that's what's really important for you, because you're sticking around. You know, you're sticking around. You're taking this leap of faith that's really challenging for you. It's not an easy journey, I think, for you. I think it's really like watching your tongue all day, and that can be really exhausting and challenging, but it's for the greater good. It's for your strength and your integrity here. You're going to have to take that leap of faith and work on your integrity to really get this healing in, because that's ultimately what our goal is. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Just work on the apology, but the apology is a Band-Aid. You know what I mean? You have to work on the real issue under here. You're putting a Band-Aid on a virus that doesn't work. So it's good to reconnect, but it's not going to solve the problem. You can't just get really good at apologizing and then be like, cool, now I can treat this person however I want. I don't think that it works that way at all. You don't want to get really good at Band-Aids. Sounds pretty boring. You want to like get good at being a better partner. So I think that's the idea here. So get to it, Aries. Let's bring it back up here. Hello again. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it and you've watched all the way through to the end, I guess it resonated with you, which is super rad. Like, subscribe, share, comment. I love comments. They just like tickle me. I get all like warm and fuzzy. So please let me know what you think. You can find my schedule for my upcoming videos in the description box below. I do personal readings. My link to my Etsy page is also in the description box below. And I think that about covers it. like I said, watch your sun and moon signs, but like by this point, if it didn't resonate with you, you would have turned me off by now. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.